Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has 3 children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had 2 daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it. Because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. been talking this whole time and y'all ain't heard me. I'm so sorry. I got to put a note up here for myself to tell me to make sure that I am on the stage because, yes, I've been talking this whole time. And okay, let me take it from the top. Thank you for putting that up there because, oh, that's so irritating. They change things over here on this format. And so sometimes it kicks me off the stage, kicks me myself off the stage when I think I'm on stage and I'm not. So let me take it back from the top again from you guys. So I was saying, welcome back, gatekeepers, and hello to everybody. Happy almost Friday to you all. Oh, how I have missed gossiping with y'all because I like to gossip about these doggone Duprees. It's the highlight of my day. I feel like we become family over here, and who wants to miss hanging out with family? I know I don't. Okay, listen. Today was almost a miss, and I had started scrambling to try to find you guys something else to see on the. Hold on, let me take this picture down because if I take this picture down and the thing is moving, then I know that you can hear me. I think you can hear me, but I just want to take it down. But if I look at it this way on the screen, then I know it's whatever. So anyway, I had started scrambling because they had preempted us right at 1:00. And so I was looking for other stuff to share with you guys, but then they put it back on 17 minutes after the show was supposed to start. Something told me to just hang in there because I was going to turn. I was like, But I think they trying to be slick, trying to mess with these ratings. But that's all right, y'all. Y'all make sure you watch it later on Paramount Plus. So if they play it again later tonight, find it and give them that rating because they trying to play games. And it is. But we going to play it right with them, okay? I also missed the end of the show because they preempted again the last 3-4 minutes of the show. Just made me mad. So I missed 17 at the top and 3-4 at the end because they want to talk about the Pope. They could have talked about the Pope at 2:01. I'm just saying. Okay, remember tomorrow that we're also on at 8:45. So you all get your drinks and your drinks and come hang out with us. Thank you to the mods for everything that you do and helping us to keep things running really smooth over here as well. I appreciate you all. And I'm sorry about that thing at the beginning. Lord. You know what? What y'all got to start writing down there for me when you come in here is make sure your sound is on. Because I have to go and check it now because just all these changes they making is just on my nerve. Okay, so I was going through all you guys' hellos. I won't redo all of that again because you saw it up on the screen, but everybody was saying hello to everyone. KB says, please remember to hit that like button on your way in. It's free, 99 way to support the channel and helps push us into the algorithms. Okay. So please do that for us. Tony Lynn always gives us a wonderful hello. He says, good afternoon, gatekeepers. Miss Jen, hope you're having a sensational day. So far, so good, Tony. I will take it. Our other moderators in the house, Below Didi says, hey, gatekeeper, this tea was delayed for a little for the Pope announcement, but it was still fire. And to new gatekeepers here, the cover charge is only a like. A subscription, drop down and say hello. That's all we want. But if you want to give the channel a little something, we ain't mad either, But it's free to do that, so please do that. Destiny H, our other mod is in the house, says hello to KB, DD, and Tony Lynn and Miss Jen. All right. Destiny says hard for her to stay up with us on Friday nights. That's okay. I would try to do it a little earlier, but I try to get everything I can done on a Friday before I could come in here and hang with y'all. It's my one day off, kind of, in a sense. Because otherwise, baby, this be eating up my whole day. Y'all better be glad I love you. I'm just telling you the truth, child. Let me scroll up some more. This is where you were telling me I had no sound. Oh, we have somebody new in the house. We also have Lynn Stevens is back over here with us today. Hey, Lynn. And Leslie is also in the house. Her first time. Let me scroll up real quickly and see if anybody else. All right, y'all. We got us a new gatekeeper down here commenting in the comments. And you know how we do over here. Oh, we want to welcome you down to the comments real proper. Like, hold on. Let me take this comment down. Well, hold on. Let me take that comment down before I play this. Okay, so we always like to welcome people real proper, like when they come and join us. So here you go. Hey.
Gatekeepers, a decree from the Queen. Enough. Be seated.
Thank you so much, Jabez, for being down in the comment section because that helps to push us out into the algorithms just a little bit differently. So we appreciate you. Well, wait, you're not a woman, by the way. Okay, wait, well, you know you got to tell me, child, because you know we give our kids all kinds of names over here on our side. On our side, baby, we would give you some names, baby. Okay, so thank you, sir, for joining us today, Jabez Leslie. Thank you so much for, I'm sure you say your name differently too. So come on through here tomorrow evening and come up and say something so we can hear the correct way to pronounce your name. Because you know I ain't good on all these names all the time. I ain't. KB says we can start putting ones in the chat for sound and twos in the chat for no sound. Okay, but girl, you better write down that for me when you come in the door. Girl, check you. Make sure you got your sound on. Girl, you know I'm old. I'm getting on tour. Or we have 12 likes and 18 watching. So you already know that KB wants them likes up. Okay. Destiny says, I don't think Leslie would kick Eva out, but we'll be waiting for Ted to knock on her door. Wait. I don't think Leslie would kick Eva out, but we'll be waiting on Ted to knock on her door. Delusional. Yes. Yes. What's 222 for? What's that mean, Didi? Because I don't know what that means. Okay. You have no sound again? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if it's just her or if it's everybody. Whew. All right, let me. Oh, it's you. Girl, don't you be over here playing, getting the people in trouble. All right, y'all. Let me get on to these. Okay, Lynn says she hear me. Okay, so it was you that just did. Okay, everybody else is hearing Didi, so it was you. All right. Browsing in the bushes, waiting in the weeds, or even hiding in the hedges. It's okay if you want to stay there, but like the video and thank you. That was cute, KB. KB ain't playing with y'all. We want a like, please. Please, 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 please. How much more do you want me to beg you? What more do you want from me? Do you want me to cry like Eva? Is that what y'all want from me? Okay, Miss J says, hello in the bushes at work again, but they cut off the first 30 minutes of the this is what I'm trying to tell you now. I'm religious, but my Lord, why we gotta cut into this show? D is in the house, says, hello everyone. Did you see an episode? Because mine was interrupted, but girl, don't you call the Pope that. Don't you call the Pope that, girl. But they could have saved that announcement till 2:01. He from my town, but you know, I don't know what that's gonna do for me, but upset that man up there in the White House. Okay, Miss J.D. Herford, welcome you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. All right, y'all, let's get on to this gossip because y'all know Thursday is my quick and in a hurry day, baby. Well, let me get over here to these pictures. Dee says she Catholic and she don't care. Real Talk said, hold on, wait a minute. Real Talk says, yes, don't call the Pope dumb. I am Catholic. And Dee said, I'm Catholic and I don't. Yeah. Baby, hold on. Is y'all down here trying to win? Y'all want to fight? This what you want? This what you want? All right, then let's have it. Out. Out. And she meant what she said. And the other one meant what she said. They ain't playing with y'all down there. Y'all better cut it out. Okay. Bilo Didi says, I figured it out. I connected to my car Bluetooth, even though I'm in house. Girl, I hate when that happens. Because let me tell you something, sidebar. Girl, don't you know you can pull up to your house and be gossiping down on the phone, and then all of a sudden your phone be playing in the house? Or you can be in the house and somebody in your car, and they could pull up in your car, and you will hear their conversation. I'm just trying to tell you, you got to be careful. Real Talk says, I teach at a Catholic school, and they made the announcement over the PA system. And that's where they could have kept it, basically. You know what we saying. Real Talk, no disrespect. But I don't need to preempt my chef. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you could have gave a nice little guess what happened and then got on over there. Okay. Okay, Dee Dee says, no religion talk, don't want to offend anyone respectfully. There you go. All right, let's get on to this gossip, because that's what we're here for, a bipartisan kind of a gossiping session. So let's get to that chat. All right, let me get to these pictures. Hold on, I was able to pull a few pictures. Okay. So Chelsea is at her grandparents' house and she's talking to them. And she said that she didn't want, hold on. Okay. She said that she didn't want to make, she said that lady may be crazy, but she did not want, she said, but she did not make up Eva. She said, even though the crazy as that lady is, she did not make Eva up. That's real. But what she wants to know is who her dad Bill truly is. She wonders if her dad could really, if he could really have done all that to Leslie. Is he really a villain or just a jerk sometimes? Girl, he could be both, child. Two things could be true, girl. That's why we love him, girl, because your daddy is a little bit, like I said, him and Leslie better not never team up, baby, because it's gonna be heck to pay behind the gates. Ooh, I would love it. And besides that, Leslie would know how to be rich. Haley, she wouldn't have no tacky purple couch up in her living room. I can tell you that. Okay. Well, by the time we got to see it, Ted is at Bill's house talking to him, and Haley chiming in, adding these childish quips to stuff. And Bill had to finally tell her, girl, let us talk, girl. I was glad he did, because the stuff she had to say, I didn't want to hear. Girl, be quiet. Be very quiet. We don't want to hear all that. Okay? We in here to get the gossip, and you here putting 2 cents on 10. We don't need you in here with that. But anyhow, Ted told him that he had no idea. Bill told Ted that he had no idea that there was this baby that had been born. And he told him, he said, I told you back then that you can, just because you pay, don't mean that the problem will go away. Also, he admits that he did threaten. I threatened just a little taste, he said. And he said, but it worked. And he said, but what you should have did, Ted, was told me that she was back in time. Okay. He said, because I told you back then that the problem was that she was in love with you and your considerable assets. Oh, so you had more than one meeting with Leslie. It sounds like you know Leslie. Bill. I don't think y'all had a lot of conversations about it or something, because you know more than what you had put out that you did. He said, I would have handled it had you told me she was back in time. What was you going to do, Bill? Threaten the woman again? Because I'm going to tell you something. Leslie ain't the same puppy 20-some years ago, baby. She's a pit bull. She's a bad biting dog now, honey. You think you would have handled this. You'd have got to handle. You and Haley, in my opinion. Well, Danny is over to her sister Nicole's house passing out drinks and chocolate. I think she was passing out drinks. Maybe that was water. She was passing out my favorite thing, which is chocolate. Chocolate always make it good for me. It make me fat, but it make me feel good too, okay? So she said, nothing does it like chocolate. And she I wonder, was this an advertisement for that chocolate candy company? Did she say a name of that chocolate? Now I got to go back and watch. Then she gives her old teddy bear that was hers once. And Nicole is hurt. And at the same time, she is feeling a little bit empathetic toward Eva, which I thought was sweet. Because they know she a victim. For those of you that don't know, Eva is a victim here, my lord. Well, Danny told her that Leslie showed up at the house with a birth certificate. So, girl, it's true, girl. Because she came over there with that birth certificate, girl. But what I needed from her was a little more outrage that Leslie had strolled up over to her mom and them house. Just a little bit. I mean, you got your face clean and your robe on, girl. You supposed to be ready to do battle. I need a little more outrage, but that's okay. Well, Leslie is at the house chopping up a banana like she chopping down a tree, child. I ain't understand all that aggression with chopping up this banana. Just girl, calm down. God. What the banana do to you, girl? Then there's a knock on the door, and it's Eva and her mama, if that is her mama, just crosses her arms and leans up against the door and stares at her poor baby. She's still in her pretty party dress that her mama, if that is her mama, had bought her for the party. Leslie, you just evil, girl, but we love you. We do. Don't you change, girl, because we need you to bring all this drama and foolishness. Well, Tomas is out eating with Kat, and she still think that everything is Eva's fault. If Eva had just stopped it, none of this would have happened. No, girl. Eva did what Eva did, but Eva did what she did because her mama told her to. When your mama tell you do something, that's what you do, ain't it? Am I wrong? I don't know. Well, Tomas said, well, you're gonna have to also deal with the fact that then she called her a skank. I ain't heard skanking forever. Girl, we've been teaching you this old school lingo. Okay, she was like, that's skanking her mama. Girl, it's her mammy when you're mad. You're supposed to say that skanking our mammy came through here doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to put a little more stank on it when you're mad, girl. But anyway, she said, Tomas told her, he said, who you need to be mad at though is your daddy. Now, Tomas, you was brave, baby, coming in here with that. You know you can't use something about nobody's family. You know, you ain't family yet. She ain't even did nothing with you yet. So you better tread light, sir, talking about her daddy. Well, Bill told Ted that he can't fix this mess this time. And he's sure in time that Nicole will take him back, but that he has earned time in the doghouse. And you did. You did. You earned your time there, Ted, because baby, you was wrong as rain at a picnic. Just unwelcome with this foolishness, sir. Well, Ted said, not Ted, Bill said, you know these Dupree women can hold a grudge, and then Haley gonna chime in. They sure do. Girl, didn't they put you in timeout out of this combo? Would you stay out of this, please? Hush, child, hush. Well, Danny is busy advising Nicole that their situations are not the same because Ted doing what he did was not him, was Ted did what he did, but he was still trying to protect you, and that he loves her, and that he lives for loving her in a very obnoxious way. Just everybody just got to know that he loves him some Nicole. She says, you were his first thought, and you are not just a part of his life, you are his life. And I believe Dana had put some, hold on. I think I'm going to a different part. Okay. She told her, she said, you are not just a part of his life, you are his life. And she's like, why are you in here taking up for Ted? Because she's not lying, girl. And you know, the man ain't perfect. People ain't perfect. This was 20 some years ago. I know you mad. I'd be mad. He had to do a couple Hail Marys, you know. He would have to, I'm going to buy a couple more mink stoves on before I'm over this one here. It's going to be some restitution. It's going to be some consequences and cornbread before it's over. But you know, I ain't about to let good man go over that. I'm sorry. He will suffer, but I will not throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm not going to do that. Okay? Be mad. Don't be crazy. Because there'd be plenty of people trying to catch her. You already see Nurse Messy over there trying to catch Doug. If Vanessa should just throw him out, baby, she ready to catch that. Even though she don't know he got a gambling problem. But he trying to stop, I think. We hope. Okay, so back at Eva and Leslie's. Leslie done throwed Eva's stuff into a box. And then, baby, they have it out. She says, what happened, baby? Did you think they would take you in? Adopt you? Is that what you thought? And baby, Leslie started yelling at Eva, and she said, I gave birth to you. How could you even think about them over me? He didn't care about you at all. Girl, you still going with that scenario that this man didn't care about this girl, and that's not even true. She knows it's not true. So would you stop already? You ain't doing nothing but trying to hurt this child. And that ain't, see, this is why I'm starting to wonder. Are you really Eva's mama? Huh? Or is you cray-cray? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. She says, how could you even think about them over me? He didn't care about you. And then Eva started yelling back at her. She says, you don't know about, she says, he didn't know about me. And that's because of you. Girl, you better yell at Leslie, Dana, Laura, Sharon, the Lulu. Girl, you better go ahead on, girl. But you better step back 5 paces because you know she's great. You know she ain't right upstairs, girl. So you girl, I was holding my breath while you was doing this yelling because you know she ain't all there. You know she ain't all there. Well, Eva is mad that she thinks that she was not wanted. She says, you know, you made me sit up here and think that I was not wanted at all. And that turned out not to be true. And she wants her to know that she wanted her to get, oh, wait. Leslie says, I want you to know that he wanted me to get rid of you. You know that. And that she says, and he wasn't trying to protect you. And I would have, she said, would that have been better? She says, would it have been better had I told you that what it really was is that he wanted me to get rid of you? Because I couldn't write down the word, the A word. She says, would it have been better had I told you that he wanted me to get rid of you? Because that's the truth. Would that have been better? And Leslie was like, hold on. Leslie goes and rolls out a luggage for this girl. Just being just evil. I don't understand how you could be treating this child like this. But she rolls out a luggage, and Eva cries, and she said she slept in her car last night. And Leslie told her to go on over there to your daddy's house and hands her a box. Maybe you can be a consolation prize, like mother, like daughter. Girl, that was just mean. You just mean. Now, I don't like you being mean to Eva now, because you done enough to this child, as far as I'm concerned. Well, Eva just goes to the door and breaks down and cries. This poor child, this poor baby. She just broke down and cried. The way her mama just stole her that box and gave her that little rolling luggage, like all her stuff would fit in there. Just sad. Well, Ted and Bill were talking. Let me go back up to this picture. Ted and Bill were talking, and Haley said she wanted Ted to leave and not get her man caught up in nothing. Oh, girl, you better stand up for your big grown man, girl. Go on, girl, go ahead, get down. She was like, I don't want you getting him caught up in none of this mess with these Duprees. Girl, Bill lives to be caught up in some mess with these Duprees, honey, because he likes this family. He may love you, girl, but he misses this family. Don't care what you say. Well, Bill said he was already down. Wait a minute. Bill said he was already down. Why do that? Oh, he was like, why did you do that to Ted? He was already feeling down enough. And Haley said, well, you don't need to let these Duprees keep pulling you back in. And Haley said he missed that big fat retainer that they paid him. And he was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? Because, they have a lot going on, And of course, they end up making kissy face and all of that. Meanwhile, Vernon does not believe that Bill is the person who would make good on such a threat. Yeah. He's like, I don't really think he would have made good on it, but he did it, but I don't think he would have made good on it. And that they try to help Chelsea to calm down. She goes to leave, and then she stops and asks, how's Dr. Nicole doing? Well, Danny and Nicole continue talking. And let me go back up to a picture of them just to put it on the screen. Danny and Nicole continue talking, and she's trying to get Nicole to not throw the baby out with the bathwater and trying to forgive Ted. And Nicole says she don't know if she can take Danny's advice or even her own advice. Even as a therapist, she knows that she would have been telling somebody exactly what Danny is telling her, but she don't know if she can take her own advice at this time. And so Danny encourages her to just sit with her emotions and don't act until she's ready. Dr. Nicole is impressed with her advice. We was too, girl. Mm-hmm. I mean, she done been to enough therapy to know the answers. And let's be real. Well, Ted is at the hotel. And finally, these folks can stop fighting on the intranet about who house this girl went to. And I had already told y'all that I'm a find outologist and that it was Ted, the house that, place that she had went to. But I digress. Well, he's at the hotel and a knock on the door happens and it's Eva and he lets his baby in. She told him that she won't forgive, that she told him that she wants him to forgive her and that she tried to stop her mama. And Ted asked her, what does she want? What do you want? And she says, what I really want is for you to know me. And I wanted to know who my dad was. And that she would hope that he would forgive her and that they would try to come to mean something to each other. Eva is sweet. I don't care what y'all say. I think this baby was victimized by her mom. That's just what I think. Now, if it turns out to be but I got to show y'all something I had found on the intranet when I thought the whole show had been preempted. Watch this at the end. Y'all remind me now. Vernon and Anita continued to talk once their daughter had left, and then they were talking about Nicole and Ted's wedding. And they were saying how Ted really had that look of love, something that they didn't really see with Bill. So I think who is that? Real Talk of Destiny that always says that they think that Bill really loves Haley, because from what they're saying, they didn't even see love on Bill when he married her. So y'all might be right. Y'all may be right there because they said they didn't really see Bill and Haley, Bill and Danny as in love. But when it came to Ted and Nicole, they really did see that look of love and Doctor. And Anita's like, oh, I just hope that I'm just so disappointed in Ted. Girl, stop acting like this family ain't got 972 secrets up and throughout. The man made a mistake 900 years ago. Let us move on. Do he still want the woman? No. Why would he want her after this? So stop already. Well, so anyhow, Nicole comes in and she sits and talks with her parents, and it seems like she feels bad that she's embarrassed them in some kind of way. Girl, this family ain't perfect. You all right? You just made a mistake with the rest of them. Calm down. But she's embarrassed that she let the family down in some kind of way, and she's like, I just don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. Girl, you better forgive your man and go on about your business in time and when you're ready, and once he's done enough penance for it. Okay. Tomas and Kat are busy talking. And she keeps blaming Eva, and she wants Tomas to stop being Eva's friend and to never speak to her again. Don't ever speak to her again. Promise me. Girl, that sounds desperate. Why are you trying to control it? That just sounds crazy to me. Girl, go ahead on with that. Don't ever speak to her again. You sound like you on the schoolyard playground. Yeah. Okay, but anyway. Tomas gets a phone call and he's like, oh, I got a fire I got to put out. Now, why I think this fire is Eva? Because I do. It's either Eva or Bill, and either way, it's the same thing. It's going to equate back to the same thing. You ain't about to stop talking to Eva. That ain't going to happen. And not, sir. Cat, that's not going to work, girl. It's not going to work. Well, Bill and Haley were busy making kissy face, and Danny walks in and said the door was open. One thing Danny can do, baby, is walk up in somewhere where she wasn't asked to be. Okay. She can march up through somewhere where she ain't supposed to be with the quickness, honey. But just to walk up in these people's house and then start talking to her like she was a little girl. She was like, let the adults talk. And Haley left. God wouldn't have went nowhere. Just like you stayed in that room when Ted and him was talking, you should have stayed right there and sat down. And how's she gonna tell you what to do up in your own house? You gonna let this girl sat up on your own porch and talk to you like that on your own house, as the man said in The Color Purple? Is that what you gonna do? Because she wouldn't have did that. Okay, not at my house, on my tacky purple couch. No, ma'am. Okay, so when Haley leaves, she told Bill, she said, it was enough that you broke my heart, but now you helped to break my sister's heart too? Okay, so I wonder what kind of habit I'm about to have. Because Bill likes to argue with Danny. I don't care what y'all say. He might love Haley, but he still likes them Duprees. Okay, so Leslie is at home throwing out pictures of Eva, putting them in the trash. Is this her mama? Because this ain't mama like behavior. I'm saying. I don't think that's her mama. Well, Eva tells Ted that I know, she says, I thought you knew I was growing up without you and that you didn't care about me. But he told her that he wants to get her an apartment in town if that's what she'd like. And she was like, I would. He said, but for right now, I'll get you a hotel room and then I'm going to get you an apartment in town. And she was just really surprised. And he was like, Eva, you're my daughter. There's no way I'm going to turn my back on you. Oh, child, I just wanted to cry because right then this happened. Here they come with the breaking news. Oh, Lord. So I don't know how things ended. Don't y'all tell me. I'm going to go watch it later. But I was mad, baby. I was mad. Baby, I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight. I'm not even going to hold you and tell you I wasn't when I was. Because here we was in the middle of a thing. Y'all already done messed with the beginning. And here you come messing with the end. Just got on my nerve. But like I said, y'all make sure that y'all watch that later so that they get their ratings, because they'll be done messed around talking about, well, that one day y'all didn't have no ratings on the day when they broke in talking about the poker. You know they slick. Let me slide up here and see what y'all talking about in these comments. Hold on. Okay, Dee says she's sorry if she offended anybody about earlier. She ain't mean no harm. Okay, so we done squashed it. So y'all move on now. JV is in the house. Didi says, no worries. Real Talk says Chelsea will be asking the same questions when her family secrets start to roll out. Yeah, she will. Haley got on my nerves. Child. She did, because nothing she was saying was nothing, but she sound like a little mosquito. I'm like, girl, if you don't hush. JV says she should have listened to Eva. Haley was feeling herself today with that outfit. And I like leopard print, honey. That's my favorite. That's my jam right there. So, I ain't never mad at a little leopard print. Real Talk says, I think animal print is Haley's signature look. Is synonymous with her character. Could be, because that coat she had on in the first couple episodes, I want that. Even though I have something close to that, but I like that particular coat as well. It looks like things are calming down again, and it ain't. It can't stay calm too long. It sweeps, baby. They're going to have to bring the drama. Tony says, it's very appropriate that LLSDA is with a banana. So banana chop. So a banana chop and a banana LOL. You may be right. Well, she had something else on her mind. Leslie might not be that girl's mother. I don't know. She ain't acting like she a mama. Enjoying the commentary? Consider becoming a subscriber. We have the best crumpets with our BTGT. She ain't kidding. We do, baby. Our crumpets is good, and they loud and everything. Hold on, let me find it for y'all. And we not proper. We sip side tea loud over here. So yes, come on, become a subscriber. You know you want to. Shouldn't Leslie be the skank? I don't know. KB also welcomes Jessica Love. She said, welcome in. I think she's commented before. Have you commented before, Jessica Love? I think you have. KB says, let's get those likes up, please. Thank you. Real Talk says, everyone is anger is misguided. They are all aiming at the wrong person. They blaming Eva, they blaming Bill, but the person to blame is Ted. Ted is the one that did it. Ted was the one who cheated. He was. Delulu isn't innocent either, and she not. She brainwashed and manipulated Eva, then turned her back on her. You right, KB, she did. Bilo Didi says Bill is complicated in Ted's is complicit in Ted's infidelity due to his involvement with the payoff. But Ted is ultimately responsible for his own actions. That's true. But Bill also is implicit in the fact that he threatened this woman, and that's not something Ted told him to do. He didn't tell him to do that. So he put another 25 cent on 50 cent. He did. Thank you very much, Dee Dee. Yes, Bill helped cover up and that made it go away, but everything before that was 100% Ted. But he in it now. Leslie Love says, Leslie and Ted are the problems. If Ted didn't do nothing, Bill wouldn't have to have fixed anything, just like Martin and his mess. Leslie lied to Eva and was mad at Nicole for nothing. I can agree with that too. All the time he was sleeping with her and shacking up and living with her, taking Martin with him to the restaurant where she worked, all of that was Ted. That's true. Dee Dee says, join us for daily recaps of MTG Monday through Thursday. On Fridays, join us as we do a recap with an open panel. We do that in the evening time, so please come on back around here. Leslie is going to try to use Eva to get to Ted. I agree with that, honey. She up to something. And she's emotionally manipulating Eva right now by pushing her out like any good narcissist would, so that she will have to do double time trying to please her. She'll do whatever her mother wants to pull her back in. Oh, it's just dastardly planned. Thank you, Jessica. And that is what everyone is failing to see. If everyone would have behaved themselves and stay in their lane, there would be no need for Bill to clean up anything. Jessica Love says, I love Nicole. Every other character is up and down with me. If Martin would learn to control his anger, there would be no need for Bill to cover up anything. Yeah, we got to find out what he did. Real Talk says, just because he misses them doesn't mean he wants to go back to them. We need to get those likes up, people. Yes, y'all like the video. They charge me to play the like the video thing. So until I find something else, all I can say is, excuse me, I agree with her. Like the video, please. I strongly believe that Eva and Kat are fraternal twins because Leslie has no emotional connection to Eva. Second theory is Kat and Eva were switched at birth. It's one of the two. Something happened. Something indeed happened. And the fact that they're making Kat be so mean toward her, to me, means that they're building up to something in that story. Because like we said, everything means something in a soap opera. I don't necessarily like Bill, but you got to call a spade a spade. That's true. But Bill fine though. I know that. Shout out to Vernon for standing up for Bill. He was a real one for that. I don't think Bill was going to make good on his threat either. It was just to scare Leslie, to scare Leslie to make her leave. I don't know, because he up there talking about tapping me in now. He gonna try to take this baby and sell it on the market. It's extreme even for Bill. Tony Lynn says, the first thing I do when I get on any site, especially this one, is click like. So everyone should do the same. It's easy to remember this. Oh, child, y'all done made Tony Lynn have to come tell y'all. Okay. He said, please like the video on your way in the door. Sometime I forget too, though, Tony. I'm telling you. Jessica Love says, Jabez Leslie, yes, I suspect that too. I must have missed his comment. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, okay. He was the one that said about the fraternal twins. Okay. Jabez. That's what I'm thinking your name is, Jabez. Jabez. That's the way I'm going to say it, though. Okay. Jessica Love said, no, sorry. Dee Dee says, both Ted and Bill are cheaters. Can't justify one and fault the other. Remember, everyone's point of view is welcome as long as you do it here respectfully. Thanks. Yeah, we agree to disagree over here, but we love each other in the end. We hug and make up. We do woo, 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 woo. Jessica Love, Bill is not to blame. And the Duprees will do the same thing when Martin's secret comes out. Everyone will blame Bill, not Martin, and the person who committed the actual crime. I don't know. I think they know that Martin did what he did. Now, they may blame him for it coming out. But, baby, as the saying goes, if you got a secret, don't tell your friend, because your friends got friends and your secret will never end. So even though you pay a lawyer to know something, you can't silence him really for real, because he can always leak it somewhere. Or Anita and Vernon are the ones who asked Bill to cover it. I'm sure they did. Remember to swap out chat sensitive words. We want the channel to stay around, ladies and gentlemen. That's very true. Tony Lynn, we appreciate you. Jessica Love says, I feel like all the characters on the show are a little hypocritical, so don't ride for anyone but Nicole for now. Um, Let me pause and say to KB, any words that you know that are offensive, if you could send them to me on Instagram. But I think you, as a moderator, are able to add words to the list. There's a list, and I think you're able to add those words to the list so they're blocked from being typed, and in that way the mistake doesn't happen because I know it's not meant on purpose. I feel like all the characters on the show are a little hypocritical, so I don't ride for anyone but Nicole for now. Okay. Tony Lynn says, thanks, KB. I also subscribe. I like all the sites. I enjoy this one very immediately. We appreciate you for that. KB says, I hope we like those. Wait, we those likes are. Wait a minute. We those likes are start liking. Okay, so I know what she means. Like she's like, start doing that like now. Dee Dee says Nicole seems to be the most genuine of the family. That's true. I hope that doesn't change because somebody's got to be the stabilizer, right? Real Talk says that was rude for Danny to come in Haley's house and demand that Haley leave. Who does she think she is? I don't know who she thought she was, but evidently Haley thought she was it because she walked out because I wouldn't have went nowhere. I think Anita and Vernon's secrets are going to prove my point. Real Talk 411 says Jessica Love, many characters are hypocritical and extremely judgmental. They are judging and shaming others when they have done far worse. That's true. Jessica Love says they are just as dirty as Bill. Jabez says Eva deep down is a sweetheart like Nicole, while Kat is an ice princess, like Leslie is an ice queen, switched at birth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, and that's what I've been looking at. That's what I've been looking at. She's got that delicate constitution like Nicole. Bilo says, well, Haley was living in Danny's home and slept with her mom, with her man. So good for Danny. Now we know you on her case, Dee Dee. Danny doesn't owe Haley any more respect than what Haley gave to her, period. Well, she disrespected her house. Okay. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, disrespect for disrespect. Not too much leopard is tacky. It is neutral. Use it sparingly. Sparingly. Yeah, you have to use it sparingly, but there is a way you can overdo it too now, and it's beautiful with bright colors. Beautiful with bright colors. Real Talk says people need to stop coming at Haley because Haley is going to trip off of these Duprees one of these days. There's only so much one person can take. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she gonna snap. We don't care, but she gonna snap. Dee Dee says, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share the video. Jabez says, I will call Haley Squeak from the color. Yeah, Squeaky. You said this here at you joint. She ain't nothing but a big old cat. Yeah. Every time Danny and Bill talking, she'd be like, Hoppo, who this woman? You ain't lying, she do. Real Talk says, is Danny forgetting she's sleeping with her nephew? You know what? Y'all just got to be just bringing up people's stuff. What is wrong with y'all? Lynn says, Gatekeepers, the show just ended. For you, you probably got to see the whole episode, Lynn. We did not. We got preempted. I missed the first 17 minutes and the last 3. Don't tell me nothing. I'm going to go back and watch it later. And hey, girl, now how did Andre get in it? Anybody can get it behind the gates. Y'all know how it works. We're having a great, robust conversation. Please share the channel so we grow. No, I don't think anyone else in the family knows besides Bill, Anita, and Vernon. Huh. I think you may be right about that, Real Talk. I have been adding to the list. Okay, thank you for doing that. I didn't know if you knew you had the power to do that. Okay, so Linda says, hello to everybody. Jabez says, hey, Jessica Love, I love Nicole too, but she enabled cheating because Vanessa is for the streets. No, she be trying to tell Vanessa sit down somewhere, but you know Vanessa just child. Vanessa gonna Vanessa. That's what she gonna do. She gonna Vanessa all over the place. She done told the girl, slow your roll. You need to chill. What about your husband? She's like, I don't care about none of that. I'm about to do this right here. I'm about to do my thing. Real Talk says Haley will be vindicated down the road. The Duprees will look like a bunch of hypocrites, and Haley will stand tall to them. Let us hope so. Dee says switched at birth. Woo. Tony Lynn says, I saw a video with the actress who plays LLSDA, and she asked the actress who plays her daughter Eva, what's one word to describe Leslie? And she told her interesting and laughed. I think I saw that too. Linda says she saw the whole thing. Girl, don't you say nothing up in here. Dee Dee says, they not blood related. I don't think they are either. And Tony Lynn says hello to cousin Lynn. Okay. Surprised me with the sage advice she had for Nicole. That's true. Okay, now before I because it's getting close to the time that I might have to get out of here. Hold on. I hope at some point they put in a scene where Haley calls Duprees out on their hypocrisy. I'm sure they'll have that. They got to have that. There's no way they would miss showing that. Okay, so when I thought the show had been preempted for real for the day, I was scrambling because I be working hard for y'all. Y'all just don't know. I was scrambling to find something to still come on here and share with you guys. So I started looking up different stuff to share with you guys. So this is one of the things that I had found, right? First of all, tonight there is, hold on, let me take this comment down. Tonight there is a happy hour over on Instagram with Dr. Nicole, with Daphne. And that starts at 7:30 on Instagram on a page called Cocktails and Culture Pod. It's like the Cocktail and Culture Podcast, but I think that's the name of the channel. It's just Cocktails and Culture Pod. Cocktails and Culture Pod. And that will be on at 7:30 tonight. So I will definitely be tuned into that. And let me get back up here to the media. And this was the picture that was forward again. So 7:30 tonight, I'm going to try to catch that and hopefully be able to catch some nuggets to share with you guys about that. This is what their page looks like on Instagram. Y'all got it? The Cocktails and Culture Podcast. But I think it's just Cocktails and Culture Podcast. And I think it's A-N-D, as it's written out up there at the very top, next to that notification bell that I hope you all have already pushed over here on my channel. Okay, so let's make sure we try to get in there and get that. But now here's the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, right? So I think I might have ran across a piece of tea for y'all because her reaction to me said that Leslie, because Leslie, even in that podcast the other day, she spilled a little tea, and what's her name was like, but don't say who you gonna have a fight with. She was like, I already said it's me, girl. And we appreciate it and do. But check this out. Now listen closely.
Family. So listen, besties for the rest. That's right. Listen, no matter what, she's gonna be my bestie. I don't care how many she gets me down the road. You see me. Whatever do you mean, friend? Well, darling. Okay. Good time.
So she said that they were besties for the resties. And she said, whatever do you mean by that? And she said, she was looking at her like, she said, well, no matter what I do, you're going to always be my friend. Now they're talking about their characters. So she's like, no matter what I do, you're going to always be my friend. And she said, well, she said, you'll see. She said, and I'm spilling tea. Did y'all catch that? I'm going to play it again for you. Okay. Watch.
Family. So listen, besties for the rest. That's right. Listen, no matter what, she's gonna be my bestie. I don't care how many she gets me down the road. You see me. Whatever do you mean, friend? Well, darling. Okay. Good time.
Now I want to see if I can get back to this. Hold on, let me go back to my gallery because what she wrote down in the hold on, let me revert this back. Right back to original. Okay, so what she had written down, did I write it? Hold on, let me see if I screenshot it for you guys. Hold on. Because I thought I screenshot it. I didn't. Let me go back to her page right quick because I want to tell you what she wrote down in the. Oh, shoot. No, what is her name? I done lost it. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I remember. What she wrote down underneath this was this, she says, do I forgive her or was I in on it the whole time? See, we might have misconstrued what that staring at Eva was. You feel me? We might have misconstrued what the staring at Eva was about. Because what she wrote down under this video was, will I forgive her? Or was I in on it the whole time? And then in the video, Leslie says, listen, we gonna be besties for the resties. And she says, no matter what I do, you're still gonna be my friend. You're gonna hang in there with me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna play it again because I want to wait. Let me look at this thing here. Hold on. Let me look at what I had again because I want to see. I want to find her. I don't forgot her name. Shoot. Okay, wait, hold on. I think I see it now. Oh yeah. She says, do you think Mona is super? Oh wait, hold on. Let me go back and then pause. That's what's going on. Okay. She says, do you think Mona is super quick to forgive, or was she in on it the whole time? Let me know below. See, I works hard to bring y'all a little tea over here, just a little tea, because I'm suspicious. And that works to y'all advantage because I'm suspicious. And I know y'all are too. And I be wanting to bring y'all a little gossip and do. Yes, indeed. So y'all might know something the rest ain't picked up on. I'm just saying. Because, baby, if it turns out that Mona knew about this and that's why she was looking at this girl the way she was, I'm going to fall out. I'm going to fall out. And I know y'all going to fall out too. Ooh-wee. All right, I'm going to go through these comments one last time, and then I'm going to have to get ready to get out of here, y'all, because I got to go pick somebody up, child. Thursday is my pickup day for my mama. Okay, so Real Talk says, oh, wait, they saw that one. Hold on. They might get ousted from Fairmont Crest. They ain't going nowhere. The family built this community. They ain't going nowhere. The Hamiltons will be the new family running the community. No, because Haley don't have a constitution to run nothing. I'm sorry, she don't. She is light years out to be able to stand up against not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six. This entire family, she ain't got the constitution for that. She don't. I don't even think she's gonna be able to hold on to Bill, but we'll see. Will Mona side with Leslie? I'm telling you, it's what it sounds like. Real Talk says, was Mona possibly in on what Leslie was doing the entire time? Okay. Did Trisha get in a good interview? I believe she would. Child, that's what I'm trying to tell you now. I want to work on it, but we got to get our membership up because that's what people do. They look at how many people you got. Now, I noticed that this Instagram page didn't have, but let me go back over here and look. Not downplaying anything that they've done because it's hard work to build a channel and build a following. It is very hard. Okay, so I did notice though that this page has 393 followers. And but when it comes to like pages, like on YouTube, they look at your numbers, and that's why we got to get our numbers up, because if we can get in early to start pulling some interviews, then down the line it will be even easier for us to do so. And I'm saying it to you all out in the open because it's what I want us to do. Somebody else may be listening and say, oh yeah, because there are other people who review this show that listen in. So it's a few channels that do. Only my girl do, but she ain't thinking about no stuff like that. But I'm just saying that there's a lot of people who may want to do the same, but I'm trying to help us get over the gate to do it first or to be included in doing it. Okay. So why not? Okay. Because gatekeepers, this is all our channel, right? All our channels. Let me get back to these comments. Okay. Let me go up here. Is Mona involved? What? Child, that's what it sounded like. The Duprees will always be the top family of Fairmont and will. Linda says, ooh, that would be diabolical. It would. But I'm telling you, it really makes sense now why she stared at Eva the way she did when she walked out. Why you discussed it with this child when you know that her mama did this to her? You ruined our plan. You messed up our money. Is that what we were saying? Laura was her girl and Leslie hurt her. We'll see how they top that when all the secret starts rolling out. We appreciate you because I appreciate y'all too. She knew LSDA was going to run over poor Laura. I know one thing. I don't want to see D, N, or A tomorrow on a Good Friday, baby. I think that's what we're going to get. I hope not. I mean, ease them back in on Monday. But please, God, Lord, please don't make us have to deal with them moving moose heads in the house no more. I don't want it. Because we ain't got but a little time left with our Ted. I will lose it if Mona was in on the scam too. That would shock me. Yes, we will also see how much power Bill does or does not have. Haley just don't have that it factor, no matter how many folks Bill has under his thumb. Haley is a lightweight subject to be flighty. Mm-hmm. Haley is a dingbat. You don't give Haley too much, even though I think she is a little flighty. Bill has no power. He is holding all the cards right now when it comes to the Duprees. Has all the power. Wait, Bill has no power. He's holding all the cards right now when it comes to the Duprees. If he didn't have any power, how did he get them to fold so easily and come to his wedding? True. We are all why are Anita and Vernon telling Naomi to tread lightly where Bill is concerned with the lawsuit? They are scared of that man. That man got their secrets. They ain't no fools. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, please, and thank you. Dee Dee says, now it's the time, Miss Jen. Maybe you can reach out to some of the cast via IG. I intend to start doing that. But I was trying to get the channel's numbers up. Just a little thing, you know what I'm saying? But now that we over 2,000, maybe, possibly. There would be no Bill without the Duprees. All, you know what, and you're right. Ask not, have not. Now, I say that myself, so y'all right. That's an excuse. That's why he left his marriage to Danny. He left because of their controlling, reckless behavior. Mods, maybe you also, maybe just the mods, so we're not overpowering it, but maybe some of them we can inbox and ask them about giving us an interview over here. You moderators. There is great engaging on SM, but once the show reaches a certain level, it will be more difficult. Dee Dee, are you following me on IG? My name on IG, let me put it down here. Make sure the mods are following me. It's Jen. Oh, no, wait, that ain't it. I have to think about what my own name is over there. Okay. Okay, so that's my name over on Instagram. Follow me over there and then inbox me and let me know that that's you. And you may already be, and I don't know. But you know, we have one name on this thing, one's on others. All right, Steve Hoskins, I think is new down here to the chat. Welcome. One thing for sure, when Jan and Mona find out about Leslie Five Girls, what Leslie Five Girls did, they will not be dining at Orphagene's ever again. You know, I also found out that Orphagene's is the name of, is the writer, the woman who created this show, that's her mother's name. And so she named the restaurant after her mother, Orphagene's, which I think is sweet. And Stephen, we want to give you your official welcome down to the comments. Everybody gets one. Here you go. Welcome.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough. Be seated.
Welcome, Steve, down to the comments. You are now officially a gatekeeper. Tell your friends, tell your frenemies. We don't care. Tell them to come over here and join. Because they've got so many names. Yes. Thank you, B and Dee Dee. Yes, I'm already following you on IG. My name is Hoarder Stepmom. Okay, send me an inbox just so I know, because I think that as moderators, we need to have each other's phone number so that we can talk about some things offline. Okay. All right. So Dee Dee says, just sent you a KB. KB, I thought you was already on my page. Okay. All right. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor that we're here. Grab and respond to somebody else thinking it's you. I just don't know. All right, y'all. Well, don't forget that tomorrow night is the time that we're gonna get together and have our light drinks and and snacks and things and come over here and do a whole lot of gossiping. And I hope Friday is a really good episode. I hope they don't do us like that and leave us with them DNA folks, because I ain't trying to hear all that at the end of my week. No, I don't want to be bored out of my wits at the end of the week, people. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. Stephen says, I thought about something else after we had seen. I thought about something else what I have seen in the past few weeks episodes. 3 people are hurting because 2 didn't think about the impact of their choices and the other got blindsided. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I also just sent you a request, Miss Jen. Okay. Now, when I answer you guys' requests, send me an inbox, and so I know what your name is, on here, just to let me know who you are. Okay. Real Talk says I sent you one as well. Okay, cool. All right. Sounds good. All right, y'all. Well, let me take a look at what our questions that we're leaving up out of here are. So here are our questions, right? Because we got questions and sneaky suspicions and everything. Well, the question is, will Mona be quick to forgive, or was she really in on this whole thing? Huh? Will Tomas never speak to Eva again like Kat has requested? Has Leslie really turned her back on Eva to teach her a lesson or to make her a part of a bigger scheme? And will Chelsea like what she finds out when she starts digging into her father's life? Well, we don't know, but there's only one way we're going to find out, and that's that we got to keep our noses over the top of these gates and find out what's going on beyond the gates. Listen, I so enjoy hanging out with you guys. You don't know what it does for me and for my blood pressure, because it's a time for me to laugh and think about nothing but these doggone Duprees. Okay? Real Talk said Chelsea ain't going to be digging into anything. So it's an exchange for me, as I hope it is for you guys. And I really do hope that this comes to be a real community of us that can get together and talk about not just this show, but in future, some other things as well. Okay? Because I really do enjoy hanging out with you guys. KB says, thanks to everyone that joined us today and participated in the chat. Until tomorrow night, take care all. And listen, again, I thank all of you listeners, all you subscribers, all of those who are in the bushes, those of you who comment, those who like the page, those who talk to people about it, and especially our moderators. Give our moderators a round of applause for the job that they do over here to make sure that things are not only moving along well, but that the channel is growing. And I think we had like 50. I think we got like 50 subscribers in the past week and a half. And that's a great rate to be moving at. And I know it has a lot to do with them and with you and with them as well. Linda says, come back, Bushwatchers. We take everybody over here. Bring us your downtrodden, you're sick. We don't care. Bring them on. Because we just like to have fun over here and talk about these doggone Duprees. All right. All right, y'all. I hope that everybody is having a great day. And if not, remember there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? I'll talk to y'all tomorrow evening. All right. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Tell absolutely no one that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.